Greetings, cadets, and welcome back to Ratchet and Clank. And in this intense and sudden death situation, Ratchet must overcome the odds and find some nanotech before he takes that last hit that will be the last in his life.
There, nanotech.
Oh, thank God. Okay, alright, not dying. Not dying, not yet.
Level 5 Groovatron, 17% longer dance parties. Woohoo!
Right, now, the Groovatron is maximized, and I'm honestly not surprised that is the first weapon I got to level 5. It has all of its range, all of its abilities, except for the ones that you get with Raritanium.
Okay.
And as I was telling Gerda, we are going to be screwing around in Gaspar, enjoying our new game speed upgrade.
Ouch!
Dance!
Girls love girls and boys.
All by myself, dancing with myself. This is just perfect. I ran out of fuel, and then the warbots come to see me.
Oh, that's okay. We can take them out with two ground pounds of the Omni wrench. So,
Mr. Zircon will make sure you don't have to do that much.
Zircon's level 5. Yay!
Now,
And he got his Robo Buddy. Sweet.
Zircon Jr. Mr. Zircon, now meet his son.
Zirconian.
Now, on the gold bolts, I don't know how well of a gander you had at the cheats menu the last part.
It says invincibility and infinite ammo.
After you get 27 and 28 gold bolts, respectively. So, at this point, you have to choose. Do you want to go down that path, or do you want to turn around right away and stop pursuing the gold bolts?
I disagree with that, actually. I think that because there are exactly 28 gold bolts in the game, I personally think that getting 14 of the gold bolts is actually a good goal for people. It's definitely how many that I would personally want to collect, and I'd probably go for slightly more than that usually.
Yeah, as long as you get the ones that are in reach. Some of them are, of course, more difficult to get than others.
Telepathopus.
Oh, low on fuel. Gotta land. Gaspar is, if I've already said it, I'll say it again. Gaspar is my favorite planet. You get the jetpack. It makes this a wonderful game within a game. Game speed is maximized. I got a lot of really cool and well upgraded weapons. I get to just kill stuff, and I'm collecting brains, which is pretty metal.
Actually, I think it would be slightly more metal if we were collecting stomachs.
Stomachs. That reminds me, so it might date the episode a little bit, except that if I'm vague enough, it probably would not be coherent. That I guess a couple days ago, somebody put out just in this modern year that somebody just put out a video about the Dark Harvest episode from Invader Zim, and I will agree that episode is very dark. And when I saw it, around the time when that episode aired originally, when I was a kid, yeah, that freaked me out for quite a bit, and I let a lot of people know about that. But still, like, I mean, are you just jumping on board of the Gross Express?
What is the Sonic Adventure 2 sliding theme? Grinding theme, rather.
Grinding around at the speed of sound. Got places
no, that's
to
the Sonic Adventure 1 one.
Follow my rainbow. Alright, so which would have been the other one?
Escape from the City? Yeah, it would have been Escape from the City, wouldn't it?
Just stick with me, we'll escape from the city. Oh god, there were a lot of good tracks from Sonic Adventure 2.
I'll always hold a special place in myself for the Sonic Heroes theme.
Sonic Heroes. I remember people were talking about that stuff when I was in middle school. Saying, well, I'm glad to hear that Sega is still a thing.
Kinda.
I mean, at the time it was. I mean, is Sega like is it somebody else's property now, or are they still their own like?
No, Sega still exists, but you know, their last like 3 Sonic games have not actually been all that good. Sega right now is more well known for their Total War and Yakuza. Yeah, Yakuza games.
Yeah, Yakuza. When
I still have not played any of the Yakuza games.
But we did play Streets of Rage, which is
yeah, but Streets of Rage isn't anything like Yakuza. I mean, yes, it does
Not
still
the
have
Yakuza
yeah. Still has the beat 'em up stuff that Streets of Rage does, but Yakuza is significantly more flashy than Streets of Rage is.
Yeah, and that the main similarity drawn between the two is that sometimes you're taking on like Yakuza bosses and stuff. I mean, Mr. X basically is a Yakuza boss.
So, are we actually trying to get all 60 of the remaining Telepathopus brains
Yes.
whilst we're here?
It is arduous. You can save yourself some sanity and start returning some brains. And behold, now the
For
max
8
number
brains,
left.
you get 2,000 bolts. That's not bad. I'm not entirely sure what the conversion rate is, but it's not bad.
Well, it's the bolts are only as useful as what you could buy with it, which is why I end up buying all the weapons and basically squandering opportunities to make them more powerful right before it could have counted. So I do like, as I was saying, that now it says we only got 52 brains left to collect.
Mm-hmm.
Path is not as long as you can say farewell to steps taken earlier.
So how many more of the adult Telepathopus do we actually have to slay?
That is an excellent question. Probably most of them, because I only collected 8 brains so far, and an adult Telepathopus is worth 3 brains.
Okay.
That's a lot of brains. A lot of the Telepathopusses are wandering around the map. A lot of them are trapped up in those red cages that are not quite like Mewtwo Strikes Back, but more like more like the Teen Titans force field from that episode where Cyborg had to stand up to a bully. Yep, you free them. Do the quick time puzzle sequence. It's a little trickier because of fast time. Doesn't feel like you have as much time, but wait. Oh yeah, I can move through space faster, so it makes sense.
Evil Velden crabs. They have migrated themselves over to Gaspar.
This is where they come from. Now we must make them extinct. Yeah. Make your own fighting style.
Ratchet and Clank weren't in PlayStation All-Stars, were they?
I would know not.
No, they opted for Jack and Daxter instead.
Nah. I think Ratchet and Clank would have been the derivative. It would have been the cash grab one.
I don't know, because Ratchet and Clank actually had way more games than Jack and Daxter did.
Well, they had at least 2 sequels.
3, yeah, and Clank got his own game on the PSP.
Yay.
I mean, I'm not Jack, but Daxter also got his own game on the PSP. But
Telepathopus trap. Yeah, this was one. These were two sagas that I was not paying all that close attention to. I think at the time I already knew what my favorites were. And then, of course, when Resident Evil 4 came out, then I wasn't playing anything but that.
There's some free-floating telepathic brain.
Oh, nanotech, found it. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Why are you just flying over these? We need them.
I need God. All right, they're dancing. Take them out. So it would
Oh,
be...
his name is Little Zircon. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was Zircon Jr. You know, chip off the old block he is.
Now, does Little Zircon actually expend the same ammo as Zircon does, or are his shots free?
I'm pretty sure he has his own independent inventory. Which also, of course, when it is depleted, then he basically goes away. Or maybe they could also have a shared inventory and just enjoy that, well, now you got two guys firing instead of one, so you get to expend your payload pretty quickly. Good shot, Little Zircon. That's my boy.
Yay! We slayed an adult telepathopus.
And we got the brains.
So yeah, there were 3 apiece.
If you're going to go out of your way, maybe, because this is optional to get these brains, the reward is okay. So it's up to you if you really want to get it. Try to do this all in one sitting.
Yeah.
So that way, if you see a bunch of broken crates or enemies that probably should be there and the place gets pretty quiet, well, then when you do find an area that is populated with enemies, you realize, wow, I haven't been here yet. Which would have sucked if I quit the game out to respawn everybody, so I can't remember where the hell I've been, because the map, although it is a thing, is not all that useful right now.
Right. And then the Groovatron explodes.
And then it explodes.
Another telepathopus brain.
They really put those things everywhere. Like barnacles. Squishy pink Kool-Aid barnacles.
So your combustor's got a total of 52 rounds right now, but it only does 2% per shot at the moment.
Yeah, the combustor never gets that high damage dealing capacity that makes it all that useful, especially falling well short of being a main weapon. It is a good weapon to fall back on though, because it has lots of shots.
Right.
Brains. Nice. And, yeah, I think I mean, you could easily spend like 2 hours just in this one level. It's incredible.
I'm so close to being able to control my
3,000.
Warm. My army.
Check out my inventory. I got the best deals in the galaxy.
Oh, we got lots of Raritanium. Nice.
Bogo Plasma. Okay. Oh,
Nice.
sweet.
Yeah, now so that...
Double ammo refill.
That high ammo capacity I was telling you about, now it just got easier to maintain. Isn't Raritanium awesome?
Raritanium is awesome.
Yay.
But mostly in the fact that it's very easily transferable into upgrade currency.
Alright, so this is the map I was alluding to. Okay, so maybe those grayed out areas might suggest places where I haven't been to yet. So in that sense, the map is useful. You still have to figure out how you're going to get there, because that requires knowledge of the jetpack refueling station locations.
Yeah, but the jetpack refueling stations are almost everywhere, so like it's not that difficult to get back to them.
Well, I'd say they're the most scarce when you're on the fringes of the map. Release the squishy. Destroy it. Walk like an Egyptian.
I still don't know most of the lyrics of that track.
Nobody knows the lyrics to Walk Like an Egyptian. And in the next part, we might divulge on why sometimes the best thing to do is just let the dude sing and everybody gets to enjoy the dance party.
Yeah.